10 saves, 2 equalizers, and a country of 500,000 people standing minutes away from the greatest upset in World Cup history. That story is number 1 on this list. Here are the top 10 moments that broke this FIFA 2026 World Cup before the round of 16 even began. Number 10. The smallest nation ever scores against Germany. Curaçao arrived at this tournament as the smallest country in World Cup history. No pedigree, no expectations. Facing 4-time world champions Germany. Then Livano Comenencia hit a shot that deflected off Joshua Kimmich and rolled into the German net. The stadium in Dallas erupted like the tournament had just been won. It hadn't, but something else had happened. The 48-team World Cup, mocked for months as bloated and pointless, had produced its first postcard, a tiny Caribbean island scoring against the giants of world football. This was the moment the expanded format stopped being a punchline. Number 9. Ronaldo's first knockout goal and a Toronto heartbreak. 41 years old, 6 World Cups, and Cristiano Ronaldo had never scored a single knockout goal at this tournament. Against Croatia, trailing to an Ivan Perisic strike, he buried a penalty straight down the middle to finally end that drought. Then substitute Gonçalo Ramos rose in the 94th minute and headed Portugal into the lead. Croatia thought Josko Gvardiol had equalized in the 113th minute. The technology found the faintest touch, ruled it offside, and ended Luka Modric's World Cup career in the cruelest way possible. Lisbon exploded. Zagreb went silent. Number 8. Japan had Brazil finished. Then the 95th minute happened. Kaishu Sano picked the ball up near the halfway line, ran through the heart of Brazil's midfield, and drilled a low shot into the bottom corner. Japan led the 5-time champions with 30 minutes to play. The upset was breathing. Then Brazil did what Brazil always seems to do. They found a way. The comeback arrived in waves, and Gabriel Martinelli delivered the killer blow deep in stoppage time in the 95th minute. Japan collapsed to the grass. Brazil survived. The margin between glory and elimination at this World Cup keeps shrinking to seconds. Number 7. Africa took over this tournament. 9 of the 10 African nations at this World Cup made it out of the group stage. 9 out of 10. Nothing like it has ever happened before. South Africa reached the knockout rounds for the first time in their history. Ivory Coast did the same in the same tournament. Morocco eliminated the Netherlands. Egypt eliminated Australia. Cape Verde, the smallest of them all, went further than anyone dreamed. For decades, the World Cup has been Europe and South America's private property. The group stage of this tournament read like an eviction notice. Number 6. Haaland ends an 88-year Norwegian drought. Norway had not played knockout football at a World Cup since 1938. Before this tournament, most of their players had never even seen their country qualify. Then Erling Haaland arrived at his first World Cup and decided history was a personal inconvenience. 4 goals in the group stage. Then, with Ivory Coast holding firm and extra time looming, a late winner to drag Norway into the round of 16 almost single-handedly. 88 years of waiting, ended by one man who plays the sport like it owes him money. Number 5. Canada's greatest football story ever told. A country that once lost 8-1 to Honduras in qualifying just produced the run of its life. It started with Cyle Larin scoring Canada's first ever World Cup goal on home soil in Toronto, and a roar that traveled coast to coast. Then came the 6-0 demolition of Qatar with a Jonathan David hat-trick, Canada's first World Cup win in their history. Then Steven Eustáquio's strike beat South Africa and carried the co-hosts into the round of 16 for the first time ever. If you have made it this far into this list, subscribe now, because the top 4 moments are the ones people will still be arguing about in 20 years. Number 4. Messi at 39 is doing things nobody has ever done. This was supposed to be a farewell tour. Instead, Lionel Messi opened the tournament with a hat-trick, became the first man to score in 8 consecutive World Cup matches, and pushed his all-time World Cup record to 20 goals. 20. Cristiano Ronaldo, second on that list, has 26 fewer appearances worth of chances left. Messi leads the Golden Boot race at an age when most players are picking commentary studios. Whatever happens in the rounds ahead, the group stage and round of 32 belong to a 39-year-old refusing to let the tournament move on without him. Number 3. Gakpo's goal broke every heart in the stadium, including his own. 2 days before facing Morocco, Cody Gakpo announced that he and his partner had lost their unborn son. He played anyway, and in the 72nd minute, he scored, then collapsed into his teammates' arms and broke down in tears as an entire stadium stood in silence. Football rarely produces a moment that heavy. Then the game twisted again. Issa Diop headed a Moroccan equalizer in stoppage time, and the shootout that followed was pure chaos. Crossbar, post, miss, post. Yassine Bounou saved, Ismail Saibari buried the winner, and Morocco marched on while Dutch grief doubled. Number 2. Germany lost a penalty shootout. Read that again. Germany had never lost a World Cup shootout. Never. Their last shootout defeat in any major tournament was 1976, when Antonin Panenka invented an entire genre of penalty. 50 years of psychological terror, gone in one night against Paraguay. Kai Havertz missed. Nick Woltemade missed. Jonathan Tah missed. Paraguayan goalkeeper Orlando Gil turned into a wall, and a nation of 7 million lost its collective mind. The president of Paraguay declared a national holiday the next day. Germany, the tournament's ultimate penalty machine, flew home having discovered they were mortal after all. Number 1. Cape Verde took the world champions to the brink. The smallest country ever to reach a World Cup knockout round. 500,000 people. A 40-year-old goalkeeper named Vozinha, who plays in Portugal's second division. Against Argentina. Against Messi. And they were not there to wave. Messi scored first, and Cape Verde equalized through Leroy Duarte. Extra time. Lisandro Martinez restored Argentina's lead. And then Sidney Lopes Cabral produced a curling strike from the corner of the box that people are already calling the goal of the tournament. 2-2. Vozinha finished the night with 10 saves, 5 of them against Messi alone. The world champions, the number 1 ranked team on the planet, were minutes from the biggest upset in World Cup knockout history against the 67th. It took a deflected own goal in the 111th minute off Denny Borges from Messi's corner to finally kill the dream. Cape Verde's coach said afterward that his players had dignified their entire country. He was underselling it. They dignified the whole tournament. Subscribe now, because the round of 16 is already producing stories like these, and you do not want to hear about the next one 2 days late.